here, welcome back. I'm just about to whip up my second batch of crepes this morning, and I thought I would bring you guys along. So this is everything that you're going to need for crepes. You want 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 large eggs. If you only have small eggs, then I would personally add 3 eggs to that. 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and the recipe also calls for 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but I've omitted that because my butter is already salted, so I'm not going to add any more salt to it. You're going to combine all of those together. So first, starting with the flour and the egg, just start mixing it and slowly add the milk and water mixture. Again, this is 1/2 cup of water and 1/2 cup of milk. So we're going to mix that all together. I'm going to combine it here. I'm going to mix that until it's combined, and then I will meet you back here. So I have this fairly well mixed, so now I'm going to add my butter. Make sure your butter is melted, otherwise it's just going to put lumps in your batter. You want to make sure this is very well mixed. This probably took me about maybe 2 or 3 minutes of steady, fast mixing to get it with as few lumps as possible. So preheat your skillet to about a medium-high heat. I'm going to turn mine up just a tad here. And then put, I put about 1 teaspoon of oil in my pan, and then just used paper towel to spread it around in the bottom. Okay, so you want to add, it says 1/4 cup of mixture. I personally need to use 1/2 cup of mixture, because if I use 1/4 cup, I find that it doesn't cover my whole pan. So you just turn your pan just enough to make it so that the batter spreads around as evenly as possible around your pan, and then replace it back on the heat. And then we're just going to let that cook until the edges rise up. What you're looking for is you want to see the edges of your crepe just start to kind of curl up away from the pan, and then you'll see little bubbles forming, kind of the same way as a normal pancake. You'll see little edges or little bubbles forming here, and once those bubbles begin to pop, that usually means it's done. So turn up my heat a little bit. I think it's cooling down a little bit too much. So as you can see now here, see the edges are starting to curl up. So once that happens, just loosen it with your spatula and then give her a flip. So we're just waiting for this to brown up a little bit. And then we're going to fold it in half, which is the way that I prefer to do it. And then I just fold it in half a second time. So you get a little triangle. And then there you go. Crepe. Oops. Crepe. Okay, so I'm going to start this one. As I'm pouring, I'm going to start spreading it. Oh, that worked much better. Okay, and then replace it with the heat. It's probably a little too much batter, but that's okay. I'm not picky. So if you decide to try this, and I'd like you to leave me a comment and let me know how it turned out. Had a few comments about my tea biscuit video and a few people who really enjoyed them, so it was nice to hear that it was successful for people. So again, we're just looking, this one's turning a little bit better. It's going a little bit quicker, so you have a less tough crepe. My sides here have already begun to lift, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this one. So oh, my pan's getting a little sticky. This is my 6th crepe actually. So I'll go ahead and flip it. Oh, that one's a really good one. I'll just wait. This will not take long. The second side, you only need to cook it for about 30 seconds because the pan is already plenty hot, and the pancake for the most, or the crepe, sorry, for the most part has already cooked while it was on the other side. So I like to fold mine in a little triangle like this, just for when I put it on the plate, and there is a crepe. I'll add my second one, or well, this is actually my 6th one that I'm doing. I used a little less batter this time, just a little bit under 1/2 cup. All right, so that is it. I will flip this guy over. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is crepes. Just some quick crepes I whipped up for breakfast. And so again, if you like it, then let me know in the comment section. And it's lovely. It's always great to hear from people who are watching your videos. It's kind of an addiction, actually, making videos. It's like, oh, I should do a video on that. Just about everything that I do. Okay, so this one's not exactly perfect, but it'll do. Whoops. There we go. Oh, it's hot. Okay, and there you have it. Simple crepes. Whip these up in probably under 5 or 6 minutes. So if you try this recipe, please leave me a comment. Let me know how it turned out for you, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Bye.